Life is a classroom, and God is the teacher. He does not always speak through burning bushes or parting seas. More often, He whispers His wisdom through the everyday moments of our lives. At work, in our families, in our struggles, and even in our blessings. The Bible reminds us in Job 33:14, "For God does speak, now one way, now another, though no one perceives it." Let us open our hearts and see how God uses 5 simple, everyday situations to shape us, teach us, and draw us closer to Him. 1. At work, learning diligence and faithfulness. Work is more than a paycheck. It is a place where God molds your character. Whether you are in an office, a classroom, a farm, or your own business, God uses work to teach you patience, humility, and perseverance. Think of Joseph in Genesis. He was betrayed by his brothers, sold as a slave, and wrongly imprisoned. Yet in every job, whether serving in Potiphar's house, managing a prison, or interpreting dreams, Joseph worked with diligence and integrity. Eventually, God lifted him to a position of authority in Egypt. Colossians 3:23 reminds us, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters." Your workplace may not always feel spiritual, but every task is a chance to honor God. That difficult boss, a lesson in patience. That heavy workload, a lesson in endurance. That small promotion, a reminder of God's faithfulness. So, the next time you feel tired or unnoticed at work, remember, God is training you for greater responsibilities. 2. In family, learning love and forgiveness. Family is where love is tested most deeply. At home, you cannot hide your flaws for long. Here, God teaches you patience, selflessness, and forgiveness. Consider Jacob and Esau. Their family story in Genesis 25-33 was filled with rivalry, deception, and broken trust. Yet years later, Esau forgave Jacob, and they reconciled. God used their family wounds to write a story of grace. Jesus also emphasized the importance of family love. In Matthew 5-9, He said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." Being a peacemaker in your family may mean swallowing your pride, extending forgiveness, or choosing kindness when anger feels easier. Whether it is caring for aging parents, raising children, or handling misunderstandings with siblings, God uses family to refine your ability to love as He loves. Family life isn't perfect, but within the imperfections lies the greatest opportunity to practice the gospel. 3. Through struggles, learning trust and endurance. Struggles can feel like storms that never end. Yet God often uses them to deepen your trust in Him. In fact, struggles are some of His most powerful teaching tools. The story of Job is a perfect example. Job lost his wealth, health, and family. His friends questioned him, and his wife urged him to give up. Yet Job held on to his faith. And at the end of his trial, God restored him and blessed him even more abundantly. James 1-2-4 tells us, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." Your struggles may not be as dramatic as Job's, but they are no less significant. That illness that teaches you dependence on God. That financial hardship teaches you gratitude. That unanswered prayer that teaches you to wait on His timing. Do not despise your struggles. See them as divine classrooms where God is preparing you for a testimony that will bless others. 4. In blessings, learning gratitude and humility. Blessings are not just gifts, they are lessons. When God pours His goodness into your life, whether through health, relationships, opportunities, or provision, He is teaching you gratitude and humility. Think of the 10 lepers Jesus healed in Luke 17:11-19. Only one returned to thank Him. The others received their blessing but missed the lesson. Gratitude opens the door to deeper intimacy with God. Blessings also remind us to stay humble. King Solomon started his reign with wisdom and wealth beyond measure, but when pride crept in, his heart turned away from God. Blessings are safest when they draw you closer to the giver, not farther away. Deuteronomy 8:18 reminds us, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth." Every blessing is an opportunity to bow in gratitude and to bless others. When you receive good news, when doors open, when prayers are answered, pause and whisper, "Thank you, Lord." That is the lesson blessings are meant to teach. 5. In everyday encounters, learning compassion and witness. Not all lessons come from work, family, or struggles. Sometimes, God teaches you through the people you meet in passing. The neighbor who needs encouragement, the stranger who needs kindness, and the friend who needs listening. Jesus often taught his disciples during everyday encounters. Think of the Samaritan woman at the well. John 4. A simple conversation became a lesson on grace, acceptance, and truth. Or the Good Samaritan in Luke 10, whose compassion toward a wounded stranger taught us what it truly means to love our neighbor. Every encounter is a divine appointment. That cashier, that colleague, that child, they are not accidents. God uses them to teach you compassion, patience, and boldness in sharing His love. Hebrews 13:2 reminds us, "Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by so doing some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it." God's classroom is not confined to a church building or a Bible study group. His lessons are woven into your daily life, through your work, your family, your struggles, your blessings, and even your casual encounters. The question is, are you listening? Are you willing to let Him shape you through what seems ordinary? Psalm 32:8 is God's promise to you. "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you." Friend, as you go about your day, pause and ask, "Lord, what are you teaching me here?" The lesson may not be obvious right away, but over time, you will see His hand guiding you. If this message has encouraged you, I invite you to stay connected with us here on Heaven Whisper, a space where we listen closely to the gentle voice of God in everyday life. Share this with someone who needs a reminder that God is always teaching, always guiding, and always loving. May your eyes be open to His lessons today, and may your heart remain teachable, for in every moment, God is whispering wisdom to you.